Let's record. All right, so guys, it is Monday, January 30th, which is really hard to believe that it is already the last 2 days of the month. I feel like this month has gone extremely fast, and to think we're almost into February is hard to believe, but we are, and you guys have done an incredible job at just working so hard the month of January. I want to also just welcome any new coaches that are a part of our team. I know that we have a lot of new coaches that have joined the Dream Team in the last month, in the last 6 months. So if this is your first team call, we want to welcome you here every single Monday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We will have a call. So you can always expect to log in. It's always the same link. We're always here at 9 o'clock unless I post otherwise, but I'll always sort of send out a reminder and let you guys know what the topics of the week are going to be. And so next week, I originally, for those of you that are my personally sponsored coaches, I told you we were going to have this surge and it was going to be on Sunday night. But guess what, guys? It's Super Bowl Sunday. Didn't realize it until Alyssa was like, dude, it's Super Bowl Sunday. So clearly, we're going to have to switch that to Monday, and we'll just keep it as our regular call, but it will be a surge. So it will be an 8:30 to 10 p.m. We have 10-minute rapid presenters, like it'll be 10-minute segments. It will be based on all of the things you need to set yourself up for success in February. We have Team Cup, which means we are going to push ourselves a little bit outside of our comfort zone. We wanted to just give you ideas and planning and tools and training to just sort of get you amped up and excited about February. So we're going to talk about Shakeology and handling objections. We are going to talk about running challenge groups, effective challenge group advertisements, great calls to actions, great jabs. We are going to talk about running events. I'm trying to think of the topics. Importance of getting to Emerald, how to get to Emerald, how to make sure your social media speaks to your niche, what are good and bad social media posts. We are also going to talk about tracking and some of those things too. So we're talking about self-evaluation. So there's going to be you're going to hear from 9 different coaches within our Dream Team organization. I try to just go out there and randomly pick some different people along the way that are doing great things in the business, and give people an opportunity to speak on the call is awesome. So make sure you tune in. The time is a little different. It's 8:30 to 10. It's a little bit longer, but there'll be more information that will be a part of that too. So make sure you save the date for that next Monday night. All right. So with that being said, I have a few announcements before Katie takes over. Guys, tomorrow is the last day to get registered for the Team Cup. And this is my team. I put them up there. I encourage you guys to create a team of 5, right? So if you're still looking for a team or you need somebody on your team, if you want to post in the comments, that would be awesome. I don't know if anybody is looking for someone, but I've seen a lot of just chitter chatter in the team pages that I'm a part of that people still need one more person or a non-diamond or a diamond or whatever, right? So check that out. Make sure you guys get hooked up on a team. If you don't know what Team Cup is, it's a competition that the sales team puts together for coaches. And so you form these groups of 5. Your goal is to get as many Success Club points as you can in the month of February. And you can earn prizes for how many points your team earns cumulatively. So all of your points go together into one bucket. You can earn prizes. Everybody should at least hit Success Club 5. The goal is to mastermind together, to share ideas, to run groups together, to challenge each other, to invite more, to follow up more, to get better at social media. But it's a way for you to just really put yourself out there and share a little bit more. So I hope that you guys are on Team Cup teams. How many of you are registered? If you're registered, sort of give me a little something in the chat bar. Tell me what your team name is if you're excited. If you set goals for yourself, like I told my team, all right, here's what we're doing, right? We're going to raise the bar. We're going to all aim to get 35 Success Club points for the month. We're going to try to max out. That's our goal. We're all going to try to rank advance somebody in our organization. So whether each person is advancing in rank or they're helping somebody on their team to get to Emerald, that is the goal, because you also get points for helping your coaches advance or for you advancing as well. So yay, I love to see it. So guys, this is awesome. Love to see that you guys all are registered and have teams ready to go. It's awesome. When I was on a cup team, I went from an emerald coach to 1-star qualifying in 1 month because my personally sponsored coaches were a part of a team. I was part of a team. I really pushed myself. I think I ran like 3 challenge groups that month. I like exhausted every single nook and cranny of people I could invite and follow up with and post. And it just, number one, built my confidence and showed me that when I really put my mind to something, I can accomplish anything that I want. And that was sort of a great jumping off for me in my business too. All right. So awesome, guys. Love seeing all of your teams. So let's get registered. And the cool part is that Beachbody, Carl Deichler was like, all right, I'm going to run this promotion. I seriously wish I was like diamond and below because I want $1,000 to pit my gym. So anyways, he's going to give away $1,000 to 20 people, right, that are diamond and below for the top all access challenge pack sales in the month of February. So if you sell the most challenge packs and you make sure you're enrolling those people in the app, like make sure you're running your challenge groups through there because that's a part of it too. That is going to be, he's going to award $20,000 winners. So honestly, like set a goal, 10 all access challenge packs, 10. If you sell 10 all access challenge packs, how many success club points is that? I don't even know. It's 3 times 30. 30, yes. I don't do math, people. I don't do math. That's Matt's thing. But anyways, that's 30. Like you're pretty much there. And then maybe you rank advance or, you know, one of your coaches ranks advances. I know, dude, right? Ursa is, I see that. So anyways, that's the scoop. So guys, set the goal for yourself. Maybe you want to sell 10 challenge packs. Maybe you want to make it 15, but set that bar for yourself. Break it down into, if I want to sell 10, then I've got to at least have like 2 or 3 every single week from now until the end of the month. All right, moving on. Done with my math. Okay, new coach kickoff call. This Wednesday, February 1st, I'm opening this up to anybody that wants to join, right? I'm going to talk general, getting started right. I've actually done these in the past and they really worked well and I got away from them for some reason. But basically, if you are interested, if you would like to share this with your team, I put the link in the team pages. I'll repost it again. But what I'm going to do is this Wednesday, just go through how to launch your business, setting goals for yourself in the first month, making sure that you've plugged into a training, going through your back office, just sort of personal development, all of the things you need to do in order to get your business started. And we'll even talk about setting a challenge group start date, running a free group, all of that great stuff. So this is a great place to plug your coaches into if you would like, or you're more than welcome to do your own thing, but just so you know, it's open to anybody that would like to join. And once Katie starts talking, I'll just post that link in the comments below. All right. Okay. So let's talk about February. Well, I know this didn't turn out very clear. I'm sorry about that. But one of the things that I do is I have a Google Calendar and I just like to lay out when I'm going to run challenge groups. Now, no matter if you are a brand new coach or if you have been in the business for a little while, just because I am the leader of this call doesn't mean that I'm the only one that should make a plan for the month. Every single one of you, regardless of where you are in your business, from brand new coach all the way to superstar diamond, should have a game plan. And even if this is a part-time gig for you, right? You still want to know, okay, what is my plan of attack? Like you just don't want to go out there and be inviting people and messaging people with no plan of what you're inviting them to or for. So set a goal for yourself this month. Okay, when are you going to start your next challenge group? I think about myself, all right, my next challenge group is going to be the 20th of February. I already know what my theme for that challenge group is going to be. I've already started brainstorming a list of posts that I can make to attract people to me, right? I can start making my list of invites. I'm also going to do a free group on the 13th to get new customers that are going to be involved. So you guys want to look at your calendar, put in your dates for your next upcoming challenge groups, and then I always give myself a good 7 to 10 days to advertise for it. And I come up with a post every single day for that 7 to 10 days leading up to that challenge group that is specifically targeted towards getting people to join that group with a call to action. Just one post a day, but that's my goal. And I noticed that at first, when I start putting out these quote unquote jabs, people don't necessarily respond, but they do by day 5, day 6, day 7, because I'm trying to elicit a response. I'm trying to get people engaged, and it's sort of backing up the invites that I'm doing. So if I didn't know when my start date was, I wouldn't know when I was going to invite. And then the last thing in regards to that is don't say to yourself, if I get people for a challenge group, I'll run one. Always, when you're inviting people, have that date that you are inviting to, and that you just know you're going to get 3 to 5 people in that group no matter what. And if you don't, oh well, just keep going. Pair up with somebody else, add them to somebody else's challenge group, co-run it with somebody else. Or if you get 0, just pick another start date and then pretend like it was awesome, and you just keep moving on, right? You just sort of fell your way forward. So I know so many people are afraid to set the date. And maybe you're listening to this right now and you're like, oh, she's not talking to me. I'm talking to you, right? Set the start date and advertise for the challenge group. It's the only way that you will succeed at this. All right. If you have questions about that, talk to your coach. They can walk you through that part of it. All right, real quick, let's just do some quick announcements and shout outs, because come on, guys, seriously, we've got some amazing, incredible coaches in our organization, and we just have to make sure that they know how awesome they are. And everybody that's a part of our organization is awesome, right? But these people really sort of excelled this week. So the coaches that were in the Thousands Club, Kim Danger, Katie Bryant, Taylor Malterno, they both were over 1,000 volume points. That means that their personal volume and team sales, like they're not team sales, their personal purchases and customer purchases were over 1,000 for 1 week. That is absolutely incredible. And then we have the coaches that are 500 and above. So these are the coaches that are listed here that have over 500 PV. I know when I was a new coach, this was such an honor to be on this list, and I made sure that I would try to get my PV every single week above 500, so I would never miss this board. And that helps me to sort of create some stable income, because I would fluctuate when my challenge groups would start and my sales would be consistent throughout the month. So just a little tidbit into my mind for sure. All right, so up next, our top recruiters. We have 2 top recruiters. So Lisa Fout recruited 6 coaches last week. Congratulations. And Caitlin Lawrence recruited 4 coaches last week. So guys, awesome job on your recruiting for the last week. That's pretty incredible stuff that you guys are doing. And then I'm going to just say, like, wow, this is an incredible list of coaches that are above 10 Success Club points. Megan Geis, girlfriend, got 62 Success Club points. And I know that she is a newer coach, and she is rocking her business. So congratulations. And I'm so excited for you. Shannon Hargrave, 38 Success Club points. Alana LeBlanc, Jen Guthrie, Kim Danger, Lisa Fout, all above 30 Success Club points. Everybody on this list, so proud of you. Great job. Another honor. We have 2 full pages of coaches that are above SC10. You know what the really great thing is that this month it is double trip points or double trip dollars. So you are like really chipping away at your trip to the Riviera Maya. So that is really exciting too. So congrats guys for the good job. All right, Success Club 5, coaches that are 5 all the way up until 9. If you see coaches on this list, make sure you shout them out. I'm like really quickly going through. Shayna Tompkins, I know you, Timmy Park, Edie, Melissa, Denise, Stephanie, Kate, keep up the good work, guys. Amanda, Emily, Jordan, Kirsten, Nuss, Erica, you guys are rocking it. So keep going. Really proud of you guys. Here's another. We've got, let's see, 4 pages of coaches in Success Club in January. So way to knock it out of the park. The other thing too is if your name's not on this list, it can be. 2 days left, 2 challenge packs for all access. That's all you need. And so Katie's going to talk to you guys a little bit tonight about some things I'm sure that you can put into practice right away. But again, just good job, guys. I am just truly honored and proud of you, and keep up the great work and keep it up. So you guys are incredible. All right. So without further ado, I am going to stop my screen share. And I know you didn't come to listen to me talk about announcements all night long, and so I'm going to peace out. But let me just give you just a really quick background. I asked my coaches if they would be interested, right, in our Rising Stars, our Diamond and Above group. One of our coach, Deidre Penrose, actually shared her income and then sort of her story of what she did to get her income to where it was. And that was the most well-attended call we had on that Rising Stars in a long time. And it sort of like struck me as, hey, you know, people are really interested in the income side of it and do want to know how to get from point A to point B, and what are these people doing that are leaving their full-time jobs, and what are their most important behaviors in their business. And so I decided that, hey, once a month, let's have a different coach share a success story about how they were able to achieve their goals in their personal lives through Beachbody coaching. So tonight we have Katie Pivowar, who I'm going to actually let her share her story. She's going to get on here. She's one of my personally sponsored coaches, and she's been in Success Club for 41 consecutive months, which is absolutely incredible. And she's a 3-star diamond coach and a great mom, great friend, great wife. And so here she is. Take it away.
Hi guys. So I'm going to add on to Melanie really quick, talking about the Team Cup. Do it. I don't care how scared you are about being on a Team Cup, legitimately do it. I remember I signed up as a coach my very first year. It was in September, and their very first Team Cup they ran was in October. And Melanie's like, here's one of my coaches, be on a team with her. I think you should do this. And I was like, all right, because whatever Melanie tells me to do, I do. And so I was on that cup or the Team Cup challenge, and I didn't have an astounding number of points. I think I had 7 Success Club points, but it was all of those invites and just putting myself out there that I did that I think really propelled me into success with this company. I don't know who said hi because it just says no, but hi. But I went diamond in 59 days. So the start of November, I went diamond in my business, and I truly believe that it was because of the cup and just me constantly talking to people. So while you might not see the rewards immediately within the cup challenge, you may, but if you don't, just know that you're setting the stage for the rest of your business. So if you are not on a Team Cup yet, find a team, do it. I don't care how scared you are. It's really no different than what you're doing already. So I would also like to preface with, I apologize if you hear a cat fight, because it seems like whenever I do a call, my cats get into a fight. So I apologize ahead of time. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share and see if I can figure out how to get this to work here. All right, there we go. So this is me. Hopefully I can get this to work. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, hopefully this works. Okay, so a little bit about me. I am a 3-star diamond coach. I live in a podunk little town in the middle of nowhere in Indiana. So I started this business not really having any major expectations, but I wanted to give you a little background on who I am and my story so that it kind of prefaces where I am within my business. So I'm a 3-star diamond coach. I have hit Success Club every single month that I have been a coach, Success Club 5, just because Melanie told me you don't miss Success Club. So I don't miss Success Club. I am not an insanely high Success Club point earner. The most I've ever earned in a month is 17. But with the consistency over time, I was able to leave my job, leave my career field, what I went to college for, after 2 years of coaching. So I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, there I am. So I wanted to show you my first transformation. So how I got into Beachbody was I did Insanity by myself without any support. And while this isn't an exact transformation photo, I refuse to have pictures of myself taken, but this is the weight I was at. This is the body type I was at. And then after doing Insanity and doing T25, this was my transformation through alpha, beta, gamma of T25 as well. But when I started coaching, I almost instantly got pregnant. It's the Beachbody way of doing things. You don't become a coach and not get pregnant, apparently. So I signed up as a coach in September of 2013. October 2013, I was pregnant. I miscarried very early on, but then by November, I was pregnant again. This one stuck, and it led me to where I am today and what changed my mind about coaching and taking coaching to the next level. So move on. So after I had, when I started coaching, I had said to Melanie, I'm never going to leave my job. I love what I do. I'm a registered veterinary technician. I loved it. Didn't want to quit. I just wanted to earn enough money that I was able to pay off some debt faster, because while I loved my job, absolutely adored everything that I did, even the gross nitty gritty stuff. We were still living paycheck to paycheck, and we were barely making it. Veterinary world is not a world that you go into because you want to make a lot of money. It's a career field you go into because you're passionate about helping people and their animals. So I told Melanie, I'm never going to quit my job. I just want to make extra income. Well, then I get pregnant, still told my employer, I'm never going to leave this job. You don't have to worry about it. But things changed after I had my daughter. So had to keep working on myself physically, but also mentally as well. So just to show you guys a little bit of where I was. When I first started this business, my first month as a coach, I made about $210 because Melanie said, invite 3 people get 3 people to join in this challenge group, and you are going to have your Shakeology paid for. My husband told me, you can try it for a month, and if you get it paid for, you can keep going. So I made certain that I had it paid for. But now, as you can see, it progressed. In the last month, I earned a little bit over $3,500, which included the 2-star quarterly bonus. Those things are wonderful to add to the paycheck. So while I'm not throwing out incredible numbers, these numbers are incredible to me, and that is what matters. So me, the RVT. I adored what I did. I attended Purdue University to get my degree in veterinary technology. This was after going to Purdue to get a degree in creative writing, went back to school. Again, it is not a field you go into because you want to be making a lot of money. It is a field you go into because you're passionate. This is my little man, Elliot. I raised him from the womb. Slew of health problems, but now he's an awesome little cat who's probably sitting behind me. But I worked the better part of 40-hour weeks, week in and week out. It is not a career where you clock in at 8 and leave at 5. Those might be your hours on the schedule, but you show up early to take care of patients. You leave late to continue on with patients. There are emergencies. There are triages that come in. It is a little bit of anything and everything. You come home at the end of the day smelling, covered in bruises, but it was worth everything to me to be able to do this. And it had to be something pretty incredible to get me to leave this profession. And this is why I left the profession. And I'm probably going to get like a little emotional talking about this, but I had my daughter. I was fully thinking I would never be a mother. I had no desire to have children. But then my husband wanted a kid. I was like, all right, I can do this. I know that I can do this. And I had my daughter, and my world changed. It absolutely changed. I thought I was going to be the mom who could work a full-time job and send her to daycare, and I was going to be okay with that. And there's nothing wrong with that by any stretch of the imagination, but it was eating away at me. I suffered from pretty intense postpartum depression and what they later diagnosed as PTSD. And leaving her each and every single day was like the hardest moment of my life. And little backstory, I had a stroke back in 2010, and yet leaving her every day and dropping her off at daycare was so hard for me. My heart wasn't in my work. I no longer felt amazed at every kitten that came in or every awesome surgery that came in. My heart just was no longer in it. I wanted to be there for my daughter, to watch her grow up every step of the way. I wanted to be the biggest influence in her life. I wanted her to look back at her childhood and know that mommy was there for her. And again, I'm not trying to talk down to working moms by any stretch, but this is just what my heart wanted. I wanted to be that one writing the book for her. So I worked my tail off. I worked really hard, and I told Melanie, I think this is it. I think I want to leave that medicine. And she was like, are you serious? Because I had sworn up and down that I was never going to do it. So I set the intention. I set that goal for myself. My daughter was born in July of 2014. By September 2015, I had gotten to the point where I had matched my income as a vet tech. And again, you guys saw my income as a vet tech was not astounding, but to be able to match that with Beachbody alone was pretty incredible. So I got to the point of matching that income, and it's okay. Do I stick with this business and continue paying off debt with this whole other extra income that we've got coming in? Or do I just say, all right, we're starting from scratch, but we're starting from scratch with me as a work from home mom? And after lots of talk with Melanie, with lots of talk with my husband, we decided to start from scratch with me as a work from home mom. And this is how my business has progressed. And I just chose October because that it was the month like after when I left working as a vet tech. So this is kind of how my income progressed. And it's always been pretty steady, pretty consistent, which has been really beneficial for us because we've gotten to that point now where it's kind of like having that whole extra income on top to continue working down debt and paying down debt for us, which is top priority. And I will say too, there are other coaches out there who make far more money than I do. But what is important to me most in this world is that I get to be there for my husband, for my daughter, and for myself. I was not in a good place when I was having to leave her against my will, so to speak. But now she goes to daycare twice a week still, but it's my choice. And my heart is just happier with the fact that it is my choice to be able to take her to daycare twice a week so that I can work this business versus I have to go to a job, so I have to take her to daycare. So let's talk a little bit. I want to tell you about my strengths and my weaknesses as a coach. Full on, I will admit 110% my number one weakness as a coach is getting out of my own head. This shirt describes me perfectly. Another coach, Julia, got this for me. It says, unless you are a cat or holding a pizza, I'm not even talking to you, which is my life. I sometimes get in my own head as far as talking to people. I don't know why. I don't know what changed in my life. But as a new coach, I was sending out invites left and right and talking to anybody and everybody. And now for some reason, I'm working myself out of it, but I have a hesitation about talking to people. And the reason I believe for this is people know I'm a coach. So if they wanted something, they could just talk to me. And so I've slowly and surely been getting out of my own head to talk to people. Oh, there's about to be a cat fight. Sorry. To talk to people because I've realized that the hardest step for a lot of people, even though they know you're a coach, is making that first step to reach out to you. That's harder than purchasing. That's harder than pressing play every single day. That is the hardest part for them. So that is what I have gotten out of my own head for to be able to continue to invite. And on top of that, nutrition is really difficult for me. It is a mental struggle. I wouldn't necessarily say it's an addiction of sorts, but I've struggled with food my entire life. The want versus need, I still continue to struggle with that. But I'm working on it. Every day is a new day to be a better version of myself. So that's what I try to do. But my strengths, guys, my strengths are me just being me. I am a crazy cat lady. I acknowledge my flaws, I talk about my flaws, and I am just weird. And I own my weirdness. So I don't know if you can see in this picture of me holding the bag of Shakeology. Everybody comments anytime I wear this shirt. It was a $5 shirt from Walmart. It is like two cats riding on a unicorn through space and like a rainbow. I don't know what it is about this shirt, but whenever I wear it, I just get tons of feedback from people. But it's just me being me, and me being me is what attracts people to me as a coach, as a mentor, and just as a friend. And if you can't be weird, you can't be my friend. Cause I mean, it's just one of those, you just have to embrace that, guys. You gotta be you. So now moving on to what makes this business work for me. every single person within this business is different. Different things are going to work for different people, but this is what works for me. So maybe think about these things, tweak them to make them your own, but just a little food for thought. I have an open book approach to my life. My struggles, my weight, my belly flub, my double chin that you saw in the last picture, anything that's going on with my life, I talk about. And the reason for this is because my friends are like my family. My family is my family. My friends are like my family. And I want them to know what is going on in my life. The happy times, the sad times, the times when I'm mad, whatever it may be. I talk about things openly with my friends. So I just share that because, coaching is sharing. I share that with everybody. So no matter who it is that I'm speaking to on Facebook that day, everyone can get this feeling that I'm talking to them because I treat everybody the same. Everybody is my friend on the same playing level. And I also know what it is I have to offer, not only in the sense of a coach, but in the sense of Beachbody. So when I first started coaching and Melanie had me go through the coach training, one thing I made certain to do was get to know the products that Beachbody has to offer, or what I have to offer, because I am the person approaching people. I studied programs. In the back office, there are training tools for every single program, for every single supplement, for every single extra thing that we offer, like resistance bands and pull-up bars and everything. I got to know the products that we as a company offered because I am an extension of this company, and I thought that it was crucial to know what I had. So if anybody asked me a question about a program, a product, anything, I wasn't saying, hold on, let me look it up. I knew it. I just felt like that was super important. So I made certain that I knew this company inside and out as far as the products that I offered. But I also recognize my weaknesses. I know where I struggle within this business, whether it's inviting, whether it's nutrition, whatever my weakness is, I address that head on. And if you're not willing to address your weaknesses, you're not going to get very far in this business, because if you stay stuck on just continuing to do what you do well, how are you going to grow? Not only as a person, but as a coach as well. So this can help you in your invites. It can help you in how you mentor people. It can help you in how you deal with your challengers as well. Addressing your weaknesses in there for them publicly, because a lot of the things that we go through as coaches, they go through as customers too, sharing your story. And another thing, a big thing for me, is approaching everyone with a smile on your face. When I sit down to invite, if it's a text invite, if it's a voice message invite, I have a smile on my face. Because if you're just sitting there willy-nilly with straight face, where's the passion behind what you're saying? Where's the passion behind what you're writing, what you're conveying in your messages? Sit down, do your invites with a smile on your face, and that will just radiate into what you're putting out there. In your post, put a smile on your face. Convey, the emotion that you're feeling, convey that in your post. It really does make a huge difference. And I know that every day is not perfect. Lots of days can be a struggle. Everybody has struggles. Everybody has things that, while they might not seem big to somebody else, they're big to you. But no matter what you're going through, make this day the best day of your life. Just hands down. I have known from the very start, just putting my trust in my coach, that each day was progressively, that I was blessed to be able to wake up the next day, that every day I was going to make better than the day before. And a lot of this was put to the test when I was suffering through postpartum depression. But if you're not trying to look at least the glass is half full, you're going to fall pretty deep. So just know that we're all going to have struggles, but just try to find some beauty behind the struggle. You're going through that for some reason. the downs that I faced in this business, because there are ups and downs. I'm facing the downs for some reason. And usually it's come back that, boy, I went through that so I can mentor somebody else how to be better in what they're doing. And finally, don't pet the sweaty things and don't sweat the petty things. People are going to critique you. There are going to be people who might not have the most positive things to say to you. There are going to be people that ignore you, people who block you, delete you, people who walk to the other side of the room because they want nothing to do with you because they know you're a coach and you're just going to try to sell them something. But guys, if you let all of that negativity that you're going to face along the way bring you down, you will never get to the point where positivity just radiates in your life. I am very fortunate that at that point in my life and in my business, I don't see a lot of negativity, but I think it's because of the amount of positivity that I put out there. Even when I'm struggling, even when I have something that's getting me down, I try to put a spin on it. And I talk about the things that I'm struggling with, but it's kind of like, what do they call it? One of my coaches told me this. A shit sandwich. So you take something good, throw in the bad, and then follow it up with something else that's good. So try to make whatever it is that you're going through and put it into a shit sandwich. All right. And then Melanie wanted me to tell you guys about my current goals as a coach. As far as rank goes, my big scary goal is to end this year as a 10-star diamond coach. And that is because my husband said it was impossible. And whenever my husband tells me I can't do something, I have to do it. So that is my goal for this year. Income goal, I want to double at least my 2016 annual income and be consistent with my quarterly bonuses. Be consistent with my 2-star bonus, hopefully get up there to that 5-star and that 10-star bonus. The reason why income is important to me is because it allows me the freedom to live how I want to live, to be my own boss. I'm not trying to buy a big house. I'm not trying to buy a fancy car. I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses by any stretch of the imagination, but to get to this point where I don't have to ask my boss permission to go on all these fun vacations. We're going to Punta Cana before too long. I've never missed one of Melanie's retreats. To get to go to Summit and not have to ask someone's permission, that means the world to me. My husband's parents live in Texas and live in Florida. My mom lives in Europe. To be able to just pick up and go visit our family without having to ask permission or switch my schedule around, that means a lot to me. So income is important for me solely because it allows me to be present as a wife and a mother and to be the happiest version of me possible. It's not to buy lavish, fancy things. It is solely to live with the freedom that we as a family want to live. Within this business, I am pushing for organizational leader because if you're not focused on the leadership ladder, you should be, because that is a great way to measure your progression within this company. So within your own business. So you need to do that. We are pushing for an elite team this year, teamwork. A little back end on the reason how we came up with our team name. The expression, work to live, don't live to work. So we are a team that works to live the life the way we want to live. And ultimately, just to help my team towards their goals. Whatever goals my team has, my coaches have, I am going to help them in any way, shape, or form possible I can to help them reach the goals that they're setting for themselves. Personal goals, be consistent with my personal development and to stop being an in-betweener. I will get bored with the program and go to another program and then maybe swap back. And with my nutrition is the same way. I just need to set my sights on something and do it and stick with it and be consistent. And that's also, I know like it's going to sound really vain, but I'm in between pant sizes right now and it's really making me mad because if I wear a size 10, I have like diaper butt. And if I wear a size 8, I have a muffin top. So I'm done being an in-betweener. Like I want to get in a pair of pants that actually fit me. Debt, I want to have all of our credit card debt paid off by Summit. The reason why I set the date of Summit is because I want to be up there on stage with a financial freedom award in my hand. Like I'm not huge on like walking across the stage with any like rank advancements or anything like that. Like I don't need that kind of recognition, but to be recognized that my hard work is paying off in a way that matters to my family more than just a title, like that is really cool to me. I would also like to have our car paid off. We don't have any fancy car. It's like a 2005 Honda. Like it's nothing crazy, but I want to have that car paid off and then start saving for a new home. Our home right now is great, but we need just a little bit more space. We have 3 cats, a 70-pound dog, and a 2.5-year-old. We need just a smidgen more space. And then family time, I really want to maintain the level of family time that I have right now. One thing that I didn't mention, I was working a 40-plus hour week as a vet tech. Now, as a coach, my personal choice, I work about 15 to 20 hours a week. So I have almost doubled my salary as a vet tech working half of the time. And that is astounding to me. I'm certain that if I put in more time into my business, that income could grow exponentially. But what matters to me is being there for my daughter, having weekends off with my husband, and doing things that we want to do. So I work based on my goals. And my number one goal is to spend as much time with my family as humanly possible. I also want to pay for a fall vacation for us and increase our family size by 4 paws. I'm begging my husband for another cat. And he told me if I hit 10 star, I can get another cat. So game on. All right. So my daughter is obsessed with the movie Trolls. So I was asked as well why I think that new coaches within this business fail, and then to give a little piece of advice. I really think that the top 3 reasons why coaches fail when they first start is time, because it doesn't come as quickly as they hope. They don't realize that as a coach, being an entrepreneur, you are starting from ground zero. Like it is a blank canvas and it's going to take time. But just know that with this time reaps great rewards. But some people just aren't willing to give the time that is needed for coaching, whether it's giving up a little extra sleep or giving up on your TV time, whatever it may be, it requires time. The next is failure, because everybody fails within this business. Some of us are just a little more vocal about our failures, I guess. I don't know if vocal is the right word, but with these failures, if you let all of them bring you down, if you let these hiccups get to you and you just stop, like, I'm trying to think of how I wanted to phrase this. Sorry, guys. But you can't let all of the no's, all of the failures, all of the times that you might not reach the goals that you set for yourself get to you. Because even if you have pushed for this goal and you haven't hit this goal, you're still working and putting in those steps to reach that goal. Now, if you fail because you're not putting in the work, that's on you. But if you fail not for lack of trying, that's all part of this business. And that's something that you should embrace. Don't give up because of those hiccups. And finally, just the fear, like keeping up with what everybody else is doing, what everybody else is saying, letting the naysayers get to you. If you're trying to match what another coach is doing and maybe you're not quite keeping up with them, you think that you're not successful, so you quit. It's just not how this business works. You do you. You set the goals for yourself, not based on anyone else, what anyone else is doing, what anyone else says, because you know your why for doing this and you need to really stick with that and keep that at the forefront of your brain. And my advice for coaches is to channel your inner Princess Poppy. Princess Poppy is kind of our favorite character. And one of the songs in the Troll movie is the chorus is, if something goes a little wrong, well, you can go ahead and bring it on, because if you knock me over, I will get back up again. No matter what, you guys, like channel your inner Princess Poppy. No matter what happens in life, in this business, whatever, bring it on. Just no matter what happens, get back up and try again, because you never know when that next time you stand up, something incredible is going to happen. All right, so I'm going to close it out here, but I don't have any incredible, astounding, like life-changing words to come at you guys. But guys, one thing I wanted to make clear is just note, write this down. You don't need an explosion to make a big impact. I look at my daughter and the fact that I'm not making millions of dollars. We don't have this lavish house. We don't have anything that might equate success to other people. But I'm changing the world for her and the world she lives in. And being a coach has changed my outlook on life on so many ways. I was such a negative person. I was into the drama and self-loathing and all of that. And it has just changed my outlook as a human being, seeing the good in people, maturing as a person. When you're surrounded by the positivity, like the dream team is pretty special in the type of people that this organization brings in. It's astounding. But I have become the person that I hope my daughter will be one day. I hope she'll be even better than I am. But she's going to do great things because of the things that I am doing right now. And the things that you're doing, they impact your family. They impact the lives of the people around you. You are doing great things. Even if it's one life that you change, that is one more life in this world that is better because of you and better because of what you have done. And that is absolutely freaking incredible if you think about it. Like knowing that you can be that change in this crazy world is just, it's astounding. It's absolutely astounding. So a little call to action. What are you waiting for? I want you guys right here and now, after this call, sit down and write out 3 things that make you youer than you. I know mine. I'm a bird mom. Hillary's nickname is the bird. I am a bird mom and I embrace that. I love that. I talk about everything Hillary related that I possibly can. I am a crazy cat lady. I know that. You can tell by the cat tower behind me that's attached to the wall. I embrace my weirdness. Those are my things that make me meer than me. Those are the things I talk about a lot. You need to know what makes you you so that you can convey that to the world and wrap your messages around what makes you special. And finally, and each week, I want you to share something that you were struggling with, but make it a shit sandwich. Talk about, find a way to turn it into positivity. People can use Facebook or social media as ways to complain. And it can be this constant, oh, I'm going to get on here and people are going to nag. And so many of my friends have taken social media breaks, but then they come to my page and it's, even though I might be venting or complaining, I find a way to put a positive spin on it. Be a positive source for people. Just be that for somebody. And finally, smile more. Every day in your life, smile more. When you're doing your invites, smile more. When you see strangers on the street, smile more. When Hillary and I are out walking around at a store, whatever, she's 2.5, she's inquisitive. She'll be like, who's that? Who's that? And everybody, I'm sure this probably isn't the safest thing in the world, but she's like, who is that? And I say, it's a friend. And so she waves and she says, hi, friend. Just getting her to smile at people. And when you see this cute little face smiling at you, people can't help but smile back at her. And there are some fuddy-duddies who don't smile back at her, but just be a source of light in this world. That's all I can hope for you guys, because we have this amazing platform where you can be that for people. And I think that we should absolutely take advantage of it. So that is that. And I will stop screen sharing. So there you go.
Hello. That was awesome. You did a great job. So, Katie, I actually don't have any questions for you because you answered them all. I was sitting here looking at my sheet. I know, and you even answered the how much time do you work on your Beachbody business, which I think that is incredible, what you put, the hours you put in now versus what you were before, and then the income changes in that. But I think what's really important is, and you did touch on this, is that you have to see it through. You have to work through that beginning part where it sort of goes slow to get to the part where things sort of start to ramp up and you're really beginning to see that. And I love how your goals coming in have changed to where they are now, and how this business has just grown with your life. And I think that is pretty incredible. So awesome job tonight. Thank you so much for sharing. Guys, if there's anything else, any questions you have for Katie, feel free to type them in the comments and we can have them answer. But the bottom line is this, like, you look at Katie and you look at what she's been able to accomplish, and please don't look at her and think, well, she's just special and I can't ever do what she has done. And yes, Katie is somebody that is special and she has a huge heart and she's a wonderful person, but you guys can have that too. And if you're at a point in your business where you're like, I just don't know if I'm cut out for this, I just don't know if I can do it, I just want you to think about, I want you to think about Katie's story. I want you to think and put yourself in those shoes, or just close your eyes and imagine how life could be different, 3-4 years from now, and think about the things you'd like to be able to accomplish, the things you'd like to be able to do with your free time, the goals that you would like to make for your family, the vacations or trips you'd like to take, and envision that happening. And I promise you that it can absolutely happen for each and every one of you. So anyways, guys, make sure you give Katie some love. Tell her thank you so much for sharing tonight. You did an incredible job. I have the recording. I'll upload it and I'll post it in the team page so that you guys can check it out. And let's go out there and let's accomplish our goals. Let's make it happen. Let's have a great 2017. And our next success story will be at the end of February. So, all right, Katie, thanks so much. Have a good night. Awesome. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.